Something I never thought I'd do.
That's Gretchen Wilson, and she's not joking.
I said no like 3 times in the past. Just timing wasn't good. I was on tour or something was happening. I'm not sure. And this time it was just a perfect moment for me. I was going through some health stuff and I was like in this place where it was like, if I can go do this, then I've still got it.
Oh, hold on. Rewind a second and here.
I was going through some health stuff.
By health stuff, Gretchen means she could have died, and that was before she shattered her leg and needed to be pushed around in a wheelchair for the better part of a year. After The Masked Singer, Gretchen opened up about what happened, and y'all, it is a story of redemption in so many ways. It's also a reminder that you really never know what is happening behind that curtain. Every time Gretchen has done a round of media, there's been trolls out there with something to say about how she looks or sounds or what she did on an airplane more than a half-decade ago. Quote, I don't get on my phone and go, oh, woe is me, and look at me and I'm so sad, boo-hoo, Wilson told Fox. It's just not my personality, so I stayed away, figured it out. Gosh, I mean, in a world where everyone talks about every little thing on social media, isn't that kind of refreshing? Let her know if you appreciate it in the comments section below. My full interview with Gretchen is coming, and if you're a longtime fan, you will love watching her talk with so much energy and so much positivity. But first, here's what happened. Gretchen got a very early case of COVID, and it was really bad. High blood pressure, shortness of breath, asthma. She tells Fox that she still suffers from these symptoms, and it's been 5 years. Quote, it was bad enough that I couldn't even do light housework without the blood pressure going up to scary levels, she says. Then she shattered her leg and rolled around in a wheelchair for 8 months. Fans didn't know about any of it, but it weighed on her. That's why she said, hell yeah to The Masked Singer this time.
I can go manage to just even endure the competition. I wasn't thinking about winning. I was just thinking about, do I have it in me at my age to come back like that, you know? And can I still get out there? I was questioning, you know, do I still have what it takes to get out there and do 75 minutes, you know, hot festival type shows again? And so this was really my way of telling myself or proving to myself, you know, do I hang it up or do I keep going, you know?
Country fans figured out who Pearl was pretty early on, but the show is really secretive to the point that Gretchen had no idea Brian Kelly was there alongside her until he took that mask off. I personally think the judges were trying to throw us off when they made guesses like Faith Hill and Madonna. In fact, I even asked her about it. She was a powerhouse, but she didn't really lean into country music like the Mad Scientist did. Instead, she performed songs by KT Tunzel and Leslie Gore, or I should say Pearl performed these songs because Gretchen keeps the personalities separated. However, she admits that Pearl unlocked something in her that fans may get a glimpse of on tour this year. I'm not sure I've ever seen Gretchen so vulnerable, and that's all coming right now. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and I'm going to share a little bit of a secret. Gretchen's big year is just beginning. She's going to be on another reality show called The Road this fall, and she might even be sharing some new music soon. Drop a question in the comments section below because I think Gretchen sort of likes us and she might even visit the studio again real soon. I would love to do a fan Q&A segment. Okay, here is Gretchen Wilson, aka Pearl, talking on Zoom about her big Masked Singer win.
Is that the Masked Singer trophy I see behind you?
Yes. Crazy though. I was setting all this up because I've never done one of these, and it was like everybody has a really cool look behind them. Like you have a library of things. You know, everybody has a cool look. So I was like, it can't be just a window. So I decided to take my awards and put them there. But as I was sitting them out, so this was season 13 of The Masked Singer.
Yep.
That's my 13th trophy. It's my 13th. I counted them as I was sitting them there. Isn't that crazy?
Hey, that's pretty neat.
Yes.
Where does this stack up? I mean, I'm sure those female vocalists of the year wins were pretty big, but this one's got to feel pretty special too.
Something I never thought I'd do. Something that I said no like 3 times in the past. Just timing wasn't good. I was on tour or something was happening. I'm not sure. And this time it was just a perfect moment for me. I was going through some health stuff and I was like in this place where it was like, if I can go do this, then I've still got it. You know, if I can go manage to just even endure the competition. I wasn't thinking about winning. I was just thinking about, do I have it in me at my age to come back like that, you know? And can I still get out there? I was questioning, you know, do I still have what it takes to get out there and do 75 minutes, you know, hot festival type shows again? And so this was really my way of telling myself, or proving to myself, do I hang it up or do I keep going, And so that was the reason I said yes.
So having kind of covered you for like 20 years, I think it was pretty clear to me pretty early on who you were, but I'm sure the fans or the viewers especially were a little more in the dark. Remind me, was there some sort of significance to you being Pearl or a Pearl in your life?
There, you know what? Between the costume designers and the network there was never a discussion about any of it. It was just what was presented to me. However, now that you brought that up, if you look up my name in a baby meanings book, everybody wants to know what's the meaning behind the name. If you look up Gretchen, it says, see Margaret. Because apparently my name means the same thing as Margaret. But then if you look up Margaret is a pearl.
Hey, look at that.
I didn't know that. They didn't know that. Nobody knew that.
Throughout the competition, did you have to kind of, redneck down a little bit or change some words you used to make sure you weren't identified or lose some twang?
I didn't have to consciously do that because for whatever reason, the moment that I got into the costume, even just looking at even just wearing one of the gloves, I feel a little more feminine. There's just something about stepping into Pearl, and I still keep us very separated. I realized that obviously was a part of my personality. It's just something that I never felt comfortable enough to show. And I think it's, years of having been the Redneck Woman, years of having fans coming to me, and expecting this one thing. And me being who I am, so grateful to my fans for having loved me in that raw person that I was when I presented myself to them. I don't want to let them down. So I feel like for 20 plus years, I've just been, I'm going to give them what they paid for. This is what they want to see. I'm going to be the original redneck. And obviously it is who I am, but there's just so much more to me. And I don't feel like I ever had an arena to show that. I mean, can you imagine me going out in concert and going, tonight I'm going to do songs from Nat King Cole, They would have been like, we want our money back. So yeah, it was a really good experience for me to sort of, without going, there's so much more to me.
Yeah.
But just say it, not having to say it, just show it, and just go, guess who? Yep, it's me.
I had just talked to the mad scientist who was Brian Kelly, and he shared something similar about how the show really freed him. Will this show, will we kind of see the effects of that as you hit the road this year? Or is the show going to change in any sort of tangible way, or your next album?
I don't know. I don't know because I haven't gotten there yet. I do know that it's been killing me not to talk about this.
Yeah.
I've done several shows, and all I can think is, I can't wait until the encore. I can come back out maybe with just the glove on and I can sing anything I want because now I'm Pearl, yes. and the encore can change, there are little pieces of it that I'd like to include, but like the main structure of how my show runs, I'm going on 52 years old. I've been doing this the same way for a long time. I think, the boots and the blue jeans and the black tank top and the this is who I am and who I've always been it's gonna continue. I do love the idea though that I get to sprinkle some just a little bit of different in.
Yeah, I'm going to push back gently on what you said, because I like to think of an artist like Willie Nelson, who has, especially the last 20 or 30 years, really, he's done those sort of Nat King Cole-esque type of albums where he's sort of put them out there. It seems like as an artist ages, they do get a little bit more freedom with their fans to cover some new territory.
Well, I like that pushback, because if that door ever swings open for me, I'll go through it. I would like to, and I've done hints of different stuff on the albums from my record label. There are those songs on them that you're like, that's not country at all, but I recorded it because I wanted to show a different side of myself, and so I've done little bits of that. So I think that's always been there. But for me to 100% change and become Pearl, absolutely not. But I do think that that Gretchen Wilson learned a lot from being Pearl, mm-hmm. and I think Pearl definitely taught Gretchen a lot about who she is.
What do people not understand about what it's like inside that suit?
Um, it's uncomfortable. It's very hot. It's heavy. There are lots of layers. Anytime you think you're seeing skin, you're not. Even if it looks like skin, that's a skin suit. It is. There is no part of your fingertip, earlobe, or anything that can be seen
Interesting.
at any time while you're there. But that's part of the beauty of the show, that they keep everybody so in the dark. I mean, 4 weeks solid of being in a pipe and drape curtain right next to somebody and still not knowing who they are all the way till the very end. I mean, it's magical. They do a great job at keeping everything so quiet. I think being under that costume, you just got to work a little bit harder. Being out there in the sweaty heat of the summer doing a festival show, it's hard. It's hard to breathe. It's hard to get your breath. It's twice as hard under that costume. So again, it was for me proving to myself, if I can do this under here in these conditions, well, then I'm probably good to say, yes, I can go back out on tour.
Ken thought you were Madonna, which just had to have been the coolest thing in the world.
Well, I mean, I think my my expression was kind of the same as the audience, huh? And only because I mean, I think Madonna is so Madonna that she would have given herself away, I think, instantly. And also, Madonna is so Madonna, I'm not sure that she would be on that show, but you never know. She could very well be under the next mask.
Well, good secret, Captain. That was a lot of fun to see you. Not only, I think you're the second country winner. I think Leanne Rimes won way back when.
Yeah.
And you, I think, are the only two with country connections that have won the show.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. That's really awesome. Well, I mean, I'm definitely proud. I'm proud that I said yes. I'm proud that I went and did it. I'm proud that it was hard. I'm proud that I had all of that to prove to myself, and I'm proud that the Masked Singer helped me prove it.